Okay, now go ahead, Mark.
Okay, just a minute, I set up the slide.
So you're still there, Mark? Is everything okay?
Okay, hi everyone. I think you can see my screen. So my name is Mark Munene. I'm a front-end engineer by profession and also an open source enthusiast. So kind of like contributes to some open source projects, including what I'm covering today, which is Firebase extensions. That's a bit of my intro, unless there's any other thing, I can continue the talk. From Mark or Sandra.
Yes, just go ahead, Mark.
Okay, I don't know, it's not showing the next slide, but just a moment. Okay, so Firebase extensions basically they perform a specific task or a bunch of tasks in response to requests that can be HTTP request from a callable function, from scheduling an event. So this kind of like similar to Firebase function because they are built on top of Firebase functions, which also respond to events. So it's kind of like it's basically like a Firebase function, but we kind of like see what makes it the difference so that we can call it an extension because an extension is not that quite different from an individual Firebase function. So an example of Firebase extensions can be the exporting your storage files to Google Drive. That's an example of an extension. So like from what I said previously, it responds to certain particular events. So this one responds to an upload to the Firebase storage. So any file that is being uploaded to Firebase storage will automatically go to Google Drive. The other one is search first with Algolia. So you basically configure your collection name, the indexable fields, and you kind of like put all those in Algolia and you'll be able to implement your full text search, which is not available in the Firebase docs. So why? So the other thing is why use our Firebase extension? The first one is they are extensible. So when you go to the extensions.dev page, you kind of like see a bunch of extensions. But when you try to install it, there's always some configurable parameters. So this makes it extendable based on your preference. Let's say you can say which collection, for example, the Aquila extension, you can say which collection name you want to use, which indexable fields. Same as for the storage extension. You can say, I want only this from this particular file formats to be uploaded to Firebase storage. I want only kind of like how many how many files do you want to be uploaded. So they are pretty configurable. So you are not like confined to one particular thing. So those are the configurable parameters. The other thing is there are pre-built solutions. So by pre-built solutions, I mean they can like reduce the need for boilerplate code or repetitive tasks. For example, the most common, I think the most downloaded one, I think is the string to BigQuery or something like that. And also for the Algolia extension. So most of the times you want to kind of like add full text search to your project. So instead of kind of like repetitively doing it every time, you kind of like install the Algolia extension and be able to implement the full text search. So it kind of like reduces the boilerplate code and the repetitive tasks in your code. The thing is they are scalable. Scalable means they automatically, because they are built on top of cloud functions, they automatically scale up and down based on your incoming requests. So they can handle various levels of traffic without kind of like manual intervention because they're built on top of Firebase extension. So you don't need to worry about scalability when you install a particular extension. And also you can kind of like set the minimum or maximum instances when using that particular extension using the configurable parameters. And lastly, they are made by the community and also some are made by the Firebase team. So this makes it easier to contribute to improvements, raise issues about a particular extension, or let's say you face an issue or a bug in a particular extension, you'll be able to submit an issue on the particular extension repository. So the next slide is what does a Firebase extension include? So Firebase extensions particularly are made by three main components. This is the functions directory, the metadata file, which is the extension.yaml file, and also the documentation. But most importantly is the functions directory. So the functions directory is basically the meat of your application because it kind of like detects what your application does. So let's say we build an extension for responding to upload to the storage. That will be in the functions directory. So it kind of like detects what your application does or which event does your extension respond to. The other one is the YAML file. This is the metadata of your file. It detects the name of the extension, the roles that you want to give to the extension, because behind the scenes it uses the as service account, which is kind of like it kind of like impersonates the user, but it runs on the server. So you kind of like detect the name, the description of the extension, the role you want to give to the extension, such as you can see the API, the Google Drive API role. Let's say you want to upload a particular file, you kind of like give it the Google Drive API. You kind of like see that in my demo next. The other thing is you can also add events arc. So if you want to respond to a publish event, let's say an extension has completed doing something, you can add it in the extension.yaml file. So it kind of like contains the metadata of a particular extension. The other thing is the documentation. The readme detects texts like what does these extensions do, the roles that it gives, and also how to install the extension. That's the pre-install. How many what roles do you want to give to the extension that will be in the pre-install file. The post-install is after installing the extension. What should you do? Kind of like what should you do after installing the extension? That will be in the post-install .markdown files, and all of these are markdown files. The readme, pre-install, post-install, all of them are markdown files. So those are the three main components of an extension. And also to note, you must always have extensions directory when working locally with the extensions emulator, or else you kind of like face an error. So that's kind of like by the way. So on to the demo. Kind of like show you an example of how a simple extension works. So I'll be using the local emulator to test the extension locally. Just a moment, I set up the screen. So let me go to the extensions page. Why is it not showing? But I guess you can see my screen here. So if I go to the extensions emulator, so if I go to the extension emulator, you can see the remove BudWords refers to extension. So this is basically a simple extension that removes BudWords from a particular field in Firestone. So a quick demo will be, let's say go to the blogs collection, and I say the contents. So the content will be, let's say, let me put some bad word here. So I kind of like expect it to remove the bad word each time a field is updated in that collection or a field is created in that particular collection. So if I kind of like save this, so you kind of like see its flag is true because it contains the bad word, and also that's the content, and also the checked content. So the checked content kind of like removes or checks for profanity in that field and kind of like add the stars to that particular word so that it's not visible to the user. Okay, I just noticed you can't see my screen clearly to show this demo. Okay. Okay, you can't see my screen clearly. It's kind of like blurred out. So I think I want to show the demo for today and also how this extension works for today. Yeah. Okay, apologies for that. You can't see my screen. It's kind of like blurry. Don't know why. I guess I'll end it for now. Thank you for watching. You can go to my socials at nation_codes on Twitter. I apologize for not seeing my screen. I think I can reschedule it for another time. So I won't show the demo and also the for the extension for today. But thank you for watching.